So the truth is, we are always helping an older version of ourselves. It doesn't have to be hard, as I said a billion times. Just go back to that period of your life. What were you like? What did you like? What did you eat? What did you listen to? What movies did you watch? It's basically just you. And that makes it a lot easier. So a good idea of thinking of it is, first it happens to us, then we heal from it, and lastly we teach it. So for my coaching, for example, I struggled with starting a business, then I found out how to do it, and now I teach it. I'll take essential oils again as an example. First I struggled with headaches, then I found essential oils. Now I can teach it, which I don't. Yeah, maybe I'll incorporate it at some point, but not like that. Another idea is I was struggling to stay positive, struggling to get my thoughts correct. That's what happened to me. Then I healed from it using journaling and essential oils as well, and a few other things. And now I teach it. So that's why journaling is part of this course. It's that simple. What older version of yourself do you want to help? This is where it gets interesting. This is where we get to start doing the work around it. First question, what major life events have you overcome? Second question is, what lessons have you learned? And thirdly, which one of these lessons are important to you? Forgot to add that in there. Anyway, I didn't delete the last one. The correct way, the correct way of doing it is, what major life events have you overcome? What lessons have you learned? And who were you at that time? That's the exact way we're going to do it. I forgot to delete the draft version of that. So here we are. This is a very simple way to find your ideal client. This is how I did it. And my coach taught me how to do it this way. Her name is Lauren and Liz Love. And when I saw it like this, I was like, yes, this is simple. This is how I can do it. And the whole 100 questions about your ideal clients that I was trying to do before did not work for me whatsoever. This did. So we do it using the power of 3. Our minds doesn't like it when we overcomplicate things. That's where things get confusing, and usually where paralysis happens. And an important part of starting your business is to keep it simple, keep it easy, taking it one step at a time and constantly growing from there. I see a lot of people starting their businesses trying to do a whole bunch of things at once. And what happens is overwhelm kicks in. If you've never done a business before, even if you have done certain things before, it's hard to juggle everything at the same time. And so what my coach taught me, and what I've been using ever since, is the power of 3. Basically, studies show that our mind goes 1, 2, 3, too many after that. So our minds can think up to 3 things and kind of juggle those things at the same time. After that, it becomes crazy town. So since we help an older version of ourselves, what we have to think about is what happens at that time. And if you don't know exactly who that version of you is yet, it's very, a great way to do it is using the power of 3 and going through 3 life events or 3 places that you were in your life and thinking about them as your ideal client. So for me, when I did this the first time around, not the first, the only time I did it. When I did this last year, I went with the three major events that happened in my life. One was a really bad breakup. Two was actually then overcoming PTSD and starting a business. Starting a business took a really long time, so it was kind of like the whole span of the last 8 years or so. I've gone up and down between businesses, and I finally found something that works, makes me happy, and makes me money. So these were the three versions of myself that I had to think of